Hi everyone, welcome to another CSGO Community Map Showcase. This time, we'll be taking a look at a map named Dupa. Dupa is a wingman map originally created for a wingman mapping contest on the Source Engine Discord last year. It will also feature in a wingman competition being held on Faceit this weekend, which is why I've decided to look at it now. According to the maker, Comedian, the story behind this map is about a man named Lord William attempting to steal some invaluable treasure. Unfortunately, someone reported Lord William to the police, and they intend to arrest him. Therefore, Lord William has sent his faithful minions to blow up the blue dumpster in the middle of the bomb site. You can see this summary on the workshop page, which I've linked in the video description. The workshop page says this map is set in Eastern Europe, and as far as I've been able to tell, Dupa is a Romanian word that means something along the lines of after, before, or in the past. On this map, Dupa is the name of a restaurant, although it doesn't seem like much of a restaurant, as there don't appear to be any tables or a kitchen or much of anything. I also thought it was a little strange that despite being set in Romania, this safety sign is written in English. I also noticed this signage, which is also in English and taken straight from the map Nuke. If you pay close attention, you'll notice that this map is made up of assets from various Valve-made maps. For example, this boiler is from Inferno. These red crates are from Vertigo. These wooden crates are from Inferno 2. The blue dumpster is from A Long on Dust 2. And this hut is from Canals and Rialto. To be clear, I think this is a good thing. One of the reasons Valve has used more and more models for building their maps is precisely so that community mappers can make maps like this faster and more easily. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to do a full analysis of the map, as I wanted to get this video out before the Faceit Wingman contest this weekend. The focus of this video is therefore going to be a contact point analysis, where we take a look at the expected routes players can take around the map and where along those routes players will come into contact. There are three main routes on this map. From the perspective of T-spawn, you can go left and end up on long. You can also go right up the stairs, through the gallery, and then either through a wooden vent or off to the right, closer to the bomb site. First, we'll examine the path to long. The time to first contact here is just 3 seconds, with the T player getting there slightly earlier. Probably enough time to set up with an AWP. However, I'd argue it's a bit of a risk for the T player to rush long because of how easy it is for CTs to flash long with little risk. You can throw a flash from CT spawn into the nearby shelter almost as soon as the round starts. You could also throw a flash over the hut. While I found this to be more consistent, I also found it a little slower. While Ts get to long first, there isn't enough time for them to reach this cover down the side, which would have the potential to make things interesting. Instead, I can easily see this turning into an aim battle or perhaps even an AWP battle. Despite this, I do think it's important to fight for long, as it opens some interesting tactical opportunities for the Ts that are probably required for actually taking the site. For example, Ts can boost over this fence. This would have to be a calculated risk. If I saw someone boosting here, I would immediately attempt to wallbang the second player while they can't move. The next route to look at is the vent. Players should meet each other after about 8 seconds. While CTs will reach the meeting point first, they can't break the vent without a HE grenade. Interestingly, the vent can't be wallbanged by CTs at all, despite it being made of wood. The wall and door next to the vent are wallbangable though. As the CTs reach the vent first, this also means they have plenty of time to set up on various angles around the site long before the Ts will get there. Given the Ts need to make noise to get out through this exit, it's difficult to see why you would choose this route. Instead, I think it's more likely to play a role in post-plant scenarios, and perhaps to try to bait an overly aggressive CT into a compromised position. Finally, there's the route to the end of the gallery. I'm not really sure what you would call this point, maybe benches because of the benches against the wall? Anyway, the timings for this position are similar to that of vent, with contact made in under 9 seconds. The Ts are also going to struggle to get out of this exit. CTs really have a lot of time to set up wherever they want around the site. The CTs can also preemptively throw a Molotov to block the rush, like so. If the CTs suspect the Ts are waiting right behind the Molotov, they can also easily wallbang their opponents here. While the Ts do have some options for throwing utility onto the site in cover, especially if they manage to take full control of long, I think it's going to be difficult for them to take meaningful advantage of that utility to get onto the site. Perhaps if CT spawn was moved back a bit to improve the timings for Ts, it might be a bit different. In the current configuration, I think this will mostly turn into an aim map, with bomb plants few and far between. Thanks for watching everyone, and best of luck if you're taking part in this weekend's Wingman competition on Faceit.